to Creative Moments by G. I am so happy that you could join us today. Grab your coffee and let's chat and craft today, okay? I think you're going to be very excited about the stamp set that we're going to use. I'm very excited about it. This right here that we showed you on our website, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful friendships. And this particular stamp set comes with 13 stamps. I mean, and how appropriate is this, right? It's springtime, it's flowers, and this is a special kind of stamp set that I'll go into in just a little bit. But you know what I like to do? I always like to start with the saying, right? And I found the perfect saying. Let me see if I can get it where you can see it. You can see it right there. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. And that's our little Pooh, right? I love that saying. Friends and family are so important, and that's why when I was going through my stamp sets, I thought, you know what? I want to do a beautiful friendship stamp. And so, let me show you what we're going to be working on. Now, the colors are going to be different, but I wanted you to see what it might look like. Look at this. This is a folio that you just tie ribbon, and I'm actually going to show you how to make this if you've never done it, and I have all the dimensions for an A2 card. And when you open it up, that's what you have. You can put your cards inside here, stamp them for your friends and family, and give them a little pick-me-up present. I think you're really going to like doing that. Well, I just want to welcome Karen from Southern California. Hi, Karen. Let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. So, the first thing we need to do is start working on our card. Now, I showed you this card, but our card's going to be a little bit different. You need to get your A2 card, get your base card first, which is just 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we don't have any mats here because we're going to stamp it. So we are going to use our lovely lipstick, and we are just going to ink it up. And what we're going to do is have a little border so that we cut out. So I'm going to ink this about right here. And then I'm going to get some smaller ones. Now look at that. See how you have the depth and dimension? I just love that. So now I'm going to bring in the other little flowers that we have. And I also need the bigger rose that we have. So I'm going to grab that real quick. And I'm going to ink that up. And we're just going to kind of connect it right here. Okay? And then I'm going to just kind of get it a little bit clean right here. And I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to put my little ones on again. So, and then I'm going to ink them up. Now, something you can do, I want to show you a little trick you can do with these stamps. So I'm going to open up my green, and I'm going to just ink my flowers, and I'm going to keep the stem off the ink pad, and then I'm going to get the green and ink up the stem. And let's see if that works. So we're just going to have it about right there. And look, we have it. It added kind of a green stock to it. Now, before we cut that out, we want to go ahead and get our leaves on there. I just love the dimensions that this adds. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to stamp it once, and then we're going to just stamp it again, just so they're lighter. So I'm just going to do this. And you see how it added depth to it? We have a darker green and we have a lighter green. And now I'm going to just add some leaves down here. And I'm going to go over here and add some leaves. And just add something right there. Oh my goodness. Now, good and bad just happened. I just got a little mistake on this. And you know what I use to clean my mistakes? I just use this eraser. I use a mono eraser, and we just go over it. And it will lighten up that mistake. And just work it. You just have to keep working it, right? So, here we have our card. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this border out. So I'm just going to get my snips. Wait till you see this card. It is so pretty. And of course I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on because I really like the way it deepens the color of the lovely lipstick. You know, if you've watched my channel, how I love stripes, right? So what do you think I'm going to put on the inside of this card? You got it. I'm going to put some stripes. So let me get this out of the way. And here we have it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? But wait. And remember, all the dimensions will be on YouTube tomorrow morning at 6 in the morning. So if you're up that early, grab it. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down, and I'm going to use my Kalel. We do have a little bit. We're going to create this card, and then, like I mentioned, we're going to create the folio that allows you to put the cards inside and then give it as a gift. Oh, so, so pretty. So we just have a little border right here around. And you can always write your message right up here, or you could put another piece of white paper here if you wanted to, right? And so here we have it so far, but we still need to stamp our message, and we need to put a couple more flowers and then add our Wink of Stella. So what I'm going to do is get our lovely lipstick again, and I am going to just use our small flower, just one side of it. So I'm just going to stamp it right there. I'm going to bring 2 in on the side over here. And let's see, I think I'm going to add some leaves right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and stamp my message. So I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just going to hold it down for good contact. And there we have it. Now I'm going to add some leaves to the other side just to give us some more dimension to this. And I'm going to clean that off just a little bit. And let's see. I just kind of stepped it off just a little bit. Next, what we need to do is we need to add some Wink of Stella. And I'm going to get that and add that. Now, remember, this actually will bleed. So try to just stay on the dark part of the flower because this lovely lipstick is very dark. So just try to stay on the dark part so that you don't turn it into just one big mess. And also, I invite you to go to our website, creativemomentsbyg.com. We have a blog there, and so we have lots of other cards that we've created. We'd love for you to check us out. Okay, and then we're going to put a little bit up here. And you know, I love the way the Wink of Stella just deepens the color. And don't forget to check us out on Pinterest as well. We have our cards there, and it's all Creative Moments by G. So, here we have this. So we have our card, and don't you think the stripes just add to it? Oh, I do. So we're going to take some just rhinestones from Stampin' Up, and we are going to put some rhinestones on our card. So we're going to use our Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to use a large, a medium, and a small. Here we go. We'll just put one right there. So this is our card using the beautiful friendships. Isn't it beautiful? I just love that. We're going to go ahead and flip that over. Now, you might ask, well, oh my goodness, now, how do we make that folio that you put your cards in? Well, let me show you. It's really quite simple. You need to take a piece of paper and you need to cut it 9.5 by 8.5. And this is for an A2 card. So, if you have a bigger card than that, you'll need to figure out how to create that. But this is for an A2 card. So you're going to cut it 9.5 by 8.5. You're going to score on the 9.5 side, 4 3/4, and then turn it to the 8.5 side, and you're going to score at 6. Okay, at 6. And the reason being is that we have to cut a triangle. So you're going to put that in your trimmer, and you're just going to line up those points. And once you line up the points, we're just going to cut. And you're going to do the other side as well. And pretty much that's it. That's all you have to do. Is that not nice? This creates your little fold to hold the cards. Then you fold it over and you use your bone folder to just crease it. So there's a good crease. And now we're going to decorate the front, and I'm going to show you how to put on that ribbon. I think you're really going to find that really neat. I'm going to use stripes again, and I'm just going to cut me a stripe and put it down so that we have a good border on it. This one goes flat, and the ribbon actually goes behind the top mat. You're going to get that centered, lay it down, and then we're just going to use our distinctive stamp again, and we're going to add some flowers. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use the hyacinth, and I am going to use Petal Pink to make the hyacinths this time. And I'm just going to put them on the corners of the card. And put one down here. And then I'm going to come in with the lovely lipstick again, and I'm going to put our roses on there. Just going to ink them up. We're going to put it right in the middle and just hold it down. Then we're going to add our leaves. Oh, look at that. And you know, it's really a building stamp set, isn't it? You need to add your leaves and get them added before you can really see how beautiful it is. Now, this is going to go, just so you know, this is going to go just like this. We are going to add a sentiment. So, let's just make sure we have a good, oh yes, very pretty. It's light, but I like it. And then we're going to add some leaves, right? So I'm just going to line this up on my paper so I get my sentiment straight. Right there. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in with my leaves, and we are going to add some leaves to this. So we need one about right here. And I'm going to stamp off again just to give us that lighter section so that it looks like one is behind the other. Okay, just do one like that. And you do need to come in and use your Wink of Stella because really it does brighten it up so much. And remember, stay on your dark color of this rose and just move your Wink of Stella around it just to give it a little sparkle and a little more depth, right? I just think this is such a pretty card. And then you can make this folio, and oh my goodness, there you have it. We're going to stamp the inside of our flower, and I'm going to use the petal pink again, just to make it a little bit lighter, to tie it in, right? And this is that funny little stamp set that you use, that you get with it. So I'm just going to put it right there. And, you know, it doesn't add much, but just enough to where it gives it some depth, right? See, you can just kind of see it and see the sparkle. I like that. We are going to add the ribbon behind here. Now, you need to determine where the center of your card is, and then bring it around the back and line it up so that it's even, right? We want it to be even. And this is 24 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this just like this, and I'm going to get my snail, and I'm just going to run it just right across. Okay, and I'm going to put this just like that, because you only want to do the front part, right? I'm going to put some glue on my card, and we'll get that glued down to the front. And you can set that up on dimensionals if you want to. I just chose not to. Just squish it down. Now, I also chose to put some snail on the back of this because I want it to stay where I want it to stay. So I'm just going to add it to the ribbon. That way I don't have to worry about, did I get it straight or not? So just make it straight. And look at how easy that is. You put your beautiful card in. We made this one yesterday. The stripes went the other way. We made this one today. And there we have it. Now, I'm going to show you some other cards we made. We just appreciate you staying with us till the end so much. Oh my goodness, I just think this makes such a statement. What about you? Oh, and such a nice little gift to give someone. We showed you this one that we did yesterday, but let me show you some other cards that we made. We just stamped this one with the single roses and added wishing you much happiness today and always, and then just put the little baby hyacinth with a little rose. That one turned out pretty as well. And then we have this beautiful one using the pumpkin pie. And we used our Misty for this one to really give us some deep, dark dimension. And just put thank you kindly. And then used the inside to mat it. And once again, very simple. I'm showing you these cards because you could very quickly make these cards to then put in your little folio and give as a gift, right? And then we just made this one. We just stamped the hyacinth and put our leaves. We hope you go out and have a creative afternoon. And if you had a little inspiration from this video, would you give us a thumbs up, even though we had some issues? And we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Remember, we have the YouTube, the Facebook, the Pinterest, and everything is under Creative Moments by G. Well, go out and have a blessed afternoon. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.